Hello there, Miss Argo's fabulous fourth graders. It's Miss Rotolo again, and that means it's Tuesday. I think it's week 4. I've kind of lost count by now. We are going to be doing some reviews. So what I've done is I have found some problems that are like your review. So I'm going to show you how I would do those, and then you can kind of take that procedure and use it on the problems in your review. But first, I have another joke for you. And because we will be working with some angles today, I thought I'd do this one. It says, I had an argument with a 90-degree angle. It turns out it was right. Get it? Right angle, 90 degrees. Okay. Let's start with number 7. It says Mrs. Harper had some repairs done to her car. She paid $73.92 for parts and 2 hours of labor by the mechanic. Now, this is the work that the mechanic has to do in order to put the parts in her car correctly. If the mechanic charges $32.75 per hour, per means every hour, each hour, what would the total cost of the repairs in dollars and cents? So I made up this problem about Mrs. Brown. It's kind of the same, but a little different. It says Mrs. Brown needed to repair the air conditioner at her home. She paid $123.87 for the parts and 3 hours of labor by the technician. Once again, she's going to get charged for the 3 hours of labor it took the technician to put the parts correctly into her air conditioner. If the technician charges $25.50 per hour, each hour, every hour, what is the total cost of the repairs in dollars and cents? So once again, we're looking for the total cost. All right. To me, that means parts plus the labor it took to put those parts in. And that should give us the total. So let's see what we know. We know that she paid $123.87 for the parts. So that's fairly easy. I can go back down there and say, all right, $123.87 for the parts. Check. I got that one done. Now I need to know how much labor. He worked for 3 hours and he charged $25.50 per hour, each hour, every hour. So if we wanted to go out here, since I heard each, I can do my get, my divide, my multiply. Okay. Do I know the total of what he's going to charge her? No, I do not. Do I know how much each hour took? Since I know he's going to charge her in dollars and cents, I know that each hour is going to be $25.50. And that means my groups have to be the 3 hours that he's going to charge her. How do I find out how much total? I multiply. All right, so I would multiply $25.50 times 3. Well, we really don't know how to do that, do we? We don't know how to multiply using a decimal. I can add it 3 times. So that's exactly what I'm going to show you to do. So $25.50, 1 hour, plus $25.50 for the second hour. I'm going to go ahead and add that. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry my 1, bring my decimal down. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus that 1 more is 11. I will regroup my 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus that. So if she had 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, she would spend $51, but we had 3 hours. So that means I need to add another $25.50 on to my total. So 0, 5 plus 0 is 5. Bring my decimal down. 1 plus 5 is 6. 5 plus 2 is 7. So, pretty expensive For the 3 hours of labor, she has to pay $76.50. So I can go ahead and put my labor up there at $76.50. How can I find the total? Parts plus labor. All right, so I would add 7 plus 0 is 7. 8 plus 5 is 13. Regroup my 1 into the ones place. Bring my decimal down. 3 plus 6 is 9. Plus 1 more is 10. Regroup. 2 plus 7 is 9. Plus 1 more would be 10 again. And regroup for the last time. 1 plus 1 is 2. So in order to get her air conditioner fixed, she was charged $200.37. So I want you to keep this in mind. When you do this one, it's going to be the same, just about the same thing. Find out how much the parts are. Find how much the labor would be. And simply add those two together. All right, let's go on to the next one. It says the events director for a Major League Baseball team purchased bobbleheads for a game promotion. The team gave them away to fans at the next home game. So here are the things that you know. There were 36 bobbleheads in each case. The team purchased 28 cases. Okay. An equal number of bobbleheads were placed at each of the 9 entrance gates. How many bobbleheads were placed at each entrance gate? Okay, so first of all, we have to know how many bobbleheads there were. And then, what are we going to do? How are we going to give them to 9 entrance gates? So once again, I made up another problem that's kind of like that. It's about a teacher, of course. And it says the teacher ordered 9 cases of dry erase markers for her math classes. So they ordered bobbleheads. She's ordering dry erase markers. There were 27 dry erase markers in each case. She purchased 28 cases. And then she gave an equal number of markers to her 4 classes. Okay. How many dry erase markers did she give to each class? Well, before we know how much she gave to each class, we have to figure out how many markers did she get total. 27 dry erase markers in each case. Each. What does that each mean? Every case had 27. So 1 case, 2 cases. This means to multiply. Well, how many cases did she have? Oh, right here it says she purchased 28 cases. So I can go ahead and say 28 cases, 27 dry erase markers times the 28 cases. That will tell us how many dry erase markers she had in total. We can't do anything with them until we know how many she has. So it looks like we're going to be doing some multiplication. So 27 dry erase markers times 28 cases. And if you remember what Miss Argo taught you, it's up and over. So let's go up. 8 times 7 is 56. Regroup my 5. Now let's go over. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 5 is 21. And down with the 0. Now we go over and up. So we're going to go over. 2 times 7 is 14. Regroup my 1. And we're going to go up. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 1 more is 5. And add. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. So what we just found out was she ordered 756 markers. That's how many she had. Now she's going to turn around and give an equal number to 4 classes. What does equal number mean? Everybody has to be the same. So when you see that equal number, you should remember that, oh, now we are dividing. So we're going to take up the markers that she got, 756, and we're going to divide them by 4. Why? Because she had 4 classes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll set up my division right here, and I'm going to go ahead and do my box and say 7, line down the back, leave a space, 5, line down the back, leave a space, 6. And my divisor, who is outside, is 4. All right, so now I have 700ths. How many groups of 4 can I get out of my 700ths? I can get 1 group. 1 times 4 is 4. I'm going to take those 4 away and put them in a group, and I'm going to have 3 left. So I'm going to take my 3 up here. If you remember, we make a new number, and now we have 35 tens. How many groups of 4 tens can we get out of 35 tens? Well, I know that it is 8. If you do not know that, you are expected to make your tic-tac-toe off to the side. 8 times 4 is 32. So I'm going to go ahead and take away those 32 and put them in a group. I'm going to have 3 tens left. Take these tens over, make a new number, and I have 36. And I know that 9 times 4 is 36. I'm going to put all of them in a group, and I will have none remaining. So this teacher gave each class 189 markers. That's going to be basically what you're going to do here. You first have to find out how many bobbleheads did they get total. How many? They had so many in a case. This is how many cases they got. Then they're going to take all those bobbleheads and give an equal number to 9 of the gates that people go in. So seeing that, you should be able to do this one. All right, let's go on to number 9. This has to do with the strip diagrams. And if you remember, there are a couple of tricks we can use to see what's going on. It said Jency is studying a list of words for the school spelling bee. She learned 154 words in 3 days. On the first day, she learned 58 words. On the second and third day, she learned the same number of words. Which diagram shows a way to find W, the number of words Jency learned on the third day? All right, so let's go back. The most important thing you want to know is, do you know the total number? Do you know the total number of words that she learned? Yes, we do. She learned 154 words. Now remember, when you're doing a strip diagram, your total's either going to be across the top or across the bottom. That's where you want to see your total. So right now, you should be able to tell that 2 of these are absolutely wrong because of where they have the total. All right. The next thing is she learned that total in 3 days. So each one of these should be cut into 3 parts. And you can see they all are. So that won't help us that much. It says on the first day, she learned 58 words. Remember, these are cut into days. So this would be day 1, day 2, day 3, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 1, day 2, day 3. They told you a very important thing when they said on the first day, she learned 58 words. Where do you see 58 in the first box? And then on the second and the third day, she learned the same number. So the same thing should be in the last 2 boxes. All right? So I'm not going to say anything more than that. I think you should be able to figure it out. And this is all for Tuesday. So good luck. Take your time, show your work, and stay safe. And I'll see you Thursday.